whether he stepped on a rock, whether he missed a step at the track, just a very minor bruise. Todd and his staff, Todd is the greatest and best trainer out there, cooperated with the states, notified them immediately. They checked him out. We did x-rays, clean. We did what they call a hoof test. I'm learning more about this soon. I can be a vet. And found a tender spot in one of the spots. The entire staff here, from Amelia Green to, Isabel to Hector, his exercise rider, and both the grooms, Martine and Velasquez, worked on him day and night. He had improvement every single day, including today. You try to be as transparent about the sport as you can. There were rumors out there about a issue. There was a bruise. If this race was on Tuesday, I think he'd be running. If this race was next Saturday, I think he'd be running. But unfortunately, as I've said before in some of these toughest interviews, you can only be a 3-year-old colt on the first Saturday in May one time. And whether you develop a fever or you bruise your foot, I will say that we had 3 of the best vets look at him. Bramlage looked at the x-rays, fine. Was on the phone with both Todd and I. Dr. Allday. Dr. Allday left here yesterday saying, he'll be fine, Mike, he's going to run. And Dr. Johnson, he also left here yesterday, says he'll be fine. I think the vets are being overly cautious, and I understand it. The safety of the horse is the most important thing. I'm more concerned about the systems that we have than scratching this horse under these bright lights. I'm sad. I'm devastated. I'm devastated for Todd Pletcher. I'm devastated for Todd Pletcher's barn. I'm devastated about my friends and family back at the hotel, who I need to tell that we have to scratch the Derby favorite. It's almost deja vu all over again. And we did everything we can. We're trying to work within the system. We worked within the system, total transparency. And honestly, I'm shocked because, a bruise can be 24 hours, or a bruise can be 72 hours or 96 hours, or it could be a week. And, the reason why we galloped him today, when we probably didn't have to, by the way, was because Todd wants to make sure everything was right. They put a new shoe on him today. Many people would have never done it today, but we did. Hector went out there, galloped him today, other than being distracted by the inside turf that was happening. He galloped great. If you guys watched him gallop, he galloped great. He came off. They said he was off a tick. It's subjective, man. It was not like an obvious, I don't know much about this, but it seemed fine to me. I walk a lot worse than him. It's a big stage. It's everyone's looking at this race. We haven't had the best week here, and I think they were overly cautious. But I have to understand and respect the fact that they're overly cautious. And I just would like to be more consistent with the process of how we do things, Kentucky versus New York versus everyone, and the different rules and regulations and different medications and different vets, and it just really makes it. This horse might have not run in 5 states today, and he might have run in 6 states today. And there are certain medications you could use in this state that you can't use in another state, so you always have to be on top. So when you see some of these vets, some of these trainers, there's 1% cheaters in this game, okay? And those cheaters have to be stopped. But then there's 99% of these trainers that care more about these horses than anybody will ever know. And workers here that care more about these horses than anybody will know. And the last thing they would want to do is ever have their horse injured. But it's very inconsistent about certain overages and how close it is and different rules. If we were in Indiana, we could do this. If we're in Florida, you can do this. This is 7 days out. This is 21 days out. This is banned. This is not. And there's no consistency whatsoever. And, there's 5 horses as of today scratched in this race. And I'm telling you that 5 years ago, there might have been none. And 5 years ago, they all would have went around and and been fine. But, I like that we're taking extra precaution. I'm all for it. Hurt for Todd and his staff and my racing stable team that are going to be a lot more devastated than me today. Actually, I'm going to be more devastated for them than myself. But, we just need some consistency here.